Gotta have your mask straight. That looks better. Anyway, I'm going to put on some really cool Star Wars stuff. I have the cool intros, the cool outros, and I see a lot of these videos do all that. It just seems so bogus. It's like, and it's a lot more work. And it takes forever for these to upload. So, I gotta get better internet or something maybe. But anyway, looking at my stats, the stats for nerds, my best videos are the ones with Zoe and Sniper Wolf and Star Wars. So these three things combined, and I'll have Sniper Wolf, Pet and Zoe watching a Star Wars flick. And that would be the best video ever. I would get like 7 or 8 views. Alright. Yeah.
Similarities Dooku
Here's what I was talking about with Star Wars.
The Sith Master's arrival in the industrial complex known as the Works of Coruscant. In James Luceno's Labyrinth of Evil, we're going to go over something that's quite interesting here. It's the old EU book I've been going over with you guys, that follows Anakin's and Obi-Wan's last adventure before the start of Episode 3. And as Dooku compares the 800-plus-year-old sage with the being that is the embodiment of 1,000 years of Sith teachings, he recalls his duel with the diminutive Grand Master of Geonosis in Attack of the Clones. The outcome of which is very different in Dooku's mind than how Yoda remembers it, and how a lot of fans actually think the fight went. Of his youth, Sidious had offered little these past 13 years. Of his master, Darth Plagueis, even less. More than once it had occurred to Dooku that Sidious and Yoda had certain qualities in common, principally that neither was entirely what he appeared to be, that is, made frail by age, or by the intensity required to master the Sith or Jedi arts. On Geonosis, Yoda's easy parrying and, indeed, handling of the Sith lightning Dooku hurled at him had come as a surprise. Had made him wonder if, on some level during the course of Yoda's 800-odd years, the Jedi Master hadn't delved into the dark arts, if only as a means of familiarizing himself with his perceived enemy. And on Vun, only months ago, Yoda himself had admitted as much. "Carry a darkness with me, I do," he had said. Yoda probably believed that he had defeated Dooku on Geonosis, but, in fact, Dooku had only fled the fight to safeguard the plans he had been carrying, the technical readouts to what would one day become the ultimate weapon. Are there other ways you can think of how Yoda and Sidious are alike? Do you believe Dooku actually retreated for the Death Star plans and wasn't really afraid of Yoda? Do you think he could have outpowered him, even? Now, something also interesting here is that Yoda says that the darkness he carries within him. This is something we can also see from the Clone Wars when Yoda fought his dark side self just before he met Bane, or at least the Sith ghost of him. And mind you, this was all on Korriban, the dark side planet of the Sith. Now, what a lot of people don't understand is that everyone has the dark side within them, but it's whether you choose to emphasize that or not, just as everyone has the light side in them. This is also something Mace Windu says to Obi-Wan when he's talking about how Obi-Wan is now the master of Sorsu. Mace Windu starts telling him how he created Vapod to channel the darkness within him. And this
The only one with a purple
lightsaber, which is red and blue, light and dark, good and evil, Jedi and Sith. And that's something that made Mace Windu such an interesting character, is that he was able to harness that darkness within him and use it for good, channel it in another way. And this is something that I guess Yoda is talking about as well. When Dooku talks about Yoda handling the Force lightning that he hurled at him, it makes you wonder if Yoda had actually ever used Force lightning himself to really understand how to ricochet that. Now, there is a Force power called Tutu Minutes, which allows you to actually hold the for a brief amount of time, depending on your Force ability. Also, to control or deflect or absorb Force lightning, which is what Yoda did. It's a very
On that note, I'm going to cut out and
because
I'll switch it. I'm going to redo this anyway.
It wouldn't really matter anymore who had a lightsaber.